What up guys, welcome to a two-part series, maybe even three parts. I've always wanted to make a really cool diorama with weathered kits and just tell that cool story. I actually found this at a local store in Japan, which is really cool. It was about 1,400 yen, which is about $9. So this is actually a diorama kit, but this is not what we're here for today. Today we're going to be weathering kits. And the kit I've chosen today is this bad boy right here. This is not a Gundam, this is an Armored Core kit, but I really love Armored Core at the same time. This is my boy Rusty right here.
Buddy.
We are going to be doing a Gundam as well though. But yeah, honestly, I'm not a professional. I've done some weather kits, which I'm going to show you here in a second. But honestly, I've done a lot of research and I'm going to try and show you guys the simplest way to weather things and make things look good. Let me show you some of my past examples here. Guys, this is one of my first ever weathered kits. And to be honest, this is like, I don't know, 6th ever kit. So I was actually really new when I did this. This guy isn't even top coated actually. I did do the water slides, but you can kind of see like it's actually peeling off because there's no top coat, and I purely weathered this guy with just a Gundam marker actually. So it is not the proper technique at all. I don't think I did too bad, to be honest, but yeah. I just basically used a silver marker to scratch him up basically, but I gotta be honest, you know, it's kind of cool, but like, oh, I could have done so much better. I know it for sure, but yeah, I was very new when I did this guy. Now, my second and only other weathered kit here, actually, let me put it right here. This is the RG Force Impulse. I actually really love what I did here. I do still think I could do better, but I thought I did a really good job with this one. I used more proper techniques on this one, and you can see there is that. It's almost a little bit of a cell shaded look while doing weathering. It's a little bit of both, but you can see this guy is pretty cool. In my opinion, I was really going for like a really cool story that he's just like kind of just a battle machine going through war. And yeah, he's just been through it. This is the veteran on the field. He's been through it all, but he's still kicking basically. And yeah, I think that's a really important part of telling your story with Gunpla. It's just like there's a story and what's the intention behind it. So we're gonna go through that today. But I did want to just say, the only thing I did with this guy was just get acrylic paint and a really cheap brush like this, and I just cut it off like almost everything. Like that's all you should see, and it should be just straight cut like that. You just put a little bit of paint on, and then you just wipe off most of it, and you just kind of hit the edges basically. So that's all I did with this guy. So we're gonna be doing that a little bit today, but we're gonna be going a little bit more complex as well. But yeah, you know, I don't even think again, I did some pretty basic stuff with this guy. So I'm hoping to go even beyond this. We're gonna be making something really cool today. So hopefully I can show you guys. Anyway, I gotta get to work. We gotta build this guy real quick to even weather him up. So let's do a quick build montage on that. So I'm looking at Steel Haze's head here and eyes. These 3 Gundam markers here, I think this middle one's probably the most ideal one right here. I do think I'm going to put a layer of green and then on top is this blue. So we'll see how that looks. And I'm really disappointed in Bandai. They just didn't add a sticker or anything for this. But anyway, I want to make sure this eye pops, so I'm going to do my best to do that here. First time using these. I know this is gonna be tough, but hopefully that works. I can use a cotton bud if I need to erase anything, but we're gonna wait for that to dry real quick. All right, going in with the green marker. Honestly, this looks pretty good already, but yeah, we'll add this one anyway. See how it looks. Much more vibrant blue. Yeah, we'll go for that. Well, you know what, let's see. This is the greenish and this is the blue. What do you guys think? Alright guys, so I just finished pretty much the base of this guy. I still need a panel item, but I'm pretty happy with this straight build pretty much. You can see I added a good amount of detail with all the like almost goldish, but it's actually bronze. Anything that's pretty shiny I basically did. Really happy with the weapons I did here. They were just plain gray before, so yeah, they look so much better now, honestly. A lot of color separation I did there. As usual, I just used some Gundam markers here. We got a bronze, a blue, metal black, and gray. And I got them from Hobby Link Japan, quick plug. But yeah, I'm really happy with this guy. Now we gotta panel line him, and then we're gonna use this Tamiya weather master stuff here. So yeah, let's get to work here. I feel like this is gonna be a little hard to catch on camera, but so this left side I have not weathered or contoured yet, and this right side I have weathered or contoured so far. And you can kind of see that this side just basically brighter and just has some silver effects. It is very minimal, and honestly this is not the exciting part yet. The exciting part will be the chipping, but right now we're just kind of contouring and just giving it a base layer of weathering here. So today we're going to be using Tamiya Weather Master. Right here we're going to be using the silver mainly because this is a darker model kit. It is hard to kind of see any gunmetal. I might chip in some gray and black here with a brush, but for now we're going to contour. It's just a base layer, but on a kit that's whiter it might look a lot better. I do say it's good to give it a semi-wet coat so it can apply better, so that's what I'm going to do with just a Q-tip. Not gonna get it too wet. We're just gonna kind of spread this out everywhere, get it a little bit wet here and there just so you can stick on better. We want the effect of silvering more on the edges. That is mainly the edges that we want here. It's also not a necessary step if you don't want to do that. It looks really good on the blue, personally. I'm just gonna dab on the blue here. Look at that. That looks really nice. Looks like the paint's chipping off a little bit. Really trying to get in those crevices. It's a little hard. Honestly, you don't need to do a great job for this to have a decent effect. Alright, I just want to show this guy off a little bit, what the Weather Master did. other little bits. The absolute mess my Gunpla station is in. Crazy. Guys, progress shot here. So here is what we did after the chipping effect here. So yeah, honestly, he's pretty much done. You can see all the white chip marks all over him. You could maybe say I overdid it, but I think I did a decent job. Yeah, we're gonna do one more final layer here. So for that, we used this off-white Vallejo. Do some finishing touches with this silver right here. It was like freshly chipped off recently or something, and it also just gives it more depth. Don't overdo it is probably my main thing here, and yeah, just have fun with it. Alright, so we're using chrome silver here. Let's shake this guy up. A sponge with our little tweezers here, dipping in, and then using our paper towel over here. Get off as much paint as possible, especially with this stuff since it's very liquidy. Oh yeah, that comes on pretty strong, but it looks pretty good too. Yeah, we just gotta be very light with this stuff. And sometimes like, oh, did I even put any on? It's hard to tell sometimes. Might have done too much, but I kind of like it, so I'm gonna leave it there. Very light. I think I went a little too hard there. I'm gonna use the other side of my sponge here to try and dry off anything I think I did too much of. I don't know how well it's gonna work either though. Yeah, I wanna be careful. Alright, that's probably enough for this piece. Feet is always gonna be roughed up. I feel like I'm adding too much again. We're just gonna do some light dabs here and there. Yeah, not bad. Not want too much though again. I'm just gonna rub some of that off, and that gives it only on the edge, which looks nice actually. A bunch on the bottom because the bottom should be pretty roughed up. Since it's the bottom of the feet, do want to add a good amount to this bronze here. Really want to rough up this gold a bit. Yeah, maybe a bit too much actually, but doesn't look too bad either. That there. Really trying to rough up this bronze. Damage. Not gonna do too much there because I already think it looks pretty good. Buttons I don't think need too much, so. Good. A bit too much on the tips actually, so I'm going to wipe that down. We can leave it in my opinion. Alright, that's pretty much it for the silvering part there. Alright guys, this is the finished product. Pretty happy with how it came out. I do think I did overdo it just a little, but that's okay. He looks pretty good. And I decided this was probably going to be my practice piece actually, so I'm going to be making another model for this diorama, and I'm going to be doing a whole nother video for that. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stay subscribed or stay tuned. Otherwise, V4 Rusty and I are signing off. Peace.